it today the school started? Yeah, school
No,
started today.
last
Oh,
week.
last week. Okay, yeah. I think on Thursday. Yeah. But some for some people though, school starts for them today.
This is the faster lane because some cars will go over. I won't be able to
Mm-hmm.
get over.
Oh, I hope we don't meet for a lot of traffic. I think traffic is more like is much from 7:30. Right
Mm-hmm.
now, a lot of people are already towards the south. Is Salt Lake South?
No,
What is it?
north.
North. People are already in the north. People are already in the north, not Salt Lake. I always do not know south, east, west in the US. It's always confusing. What's wrong with you?
I'm a bad man. That's why.
So you did your art like that.
I'm a fun man. This makes me fun because I can do all kinds of stuff.
Mr. Fun Man.
That's me.
I like the way YouTube the is very clear. YouTube camera, like
Mm-hmm.
it gives this. I love it.
What kind of perfume are you wearing, my love?
It's the Coach, the one we got
Coach.
from Ulta.
Coach, good stuff.
Yeah, but it's strong for my baby.
No, it's good.
That's why you're sneezing. Why are you saying? You
Just-
asked for a reason.
Yeah, it's true.
So, Jed is taking me to work today. We are on our way. If you're just joining this live, so I just decided to go live on YouTube. If you're just joining this live, we are Jed and Blessing. Jed is American, Blessing is Nigerian.
Queen.
Queen Blessing, exactly. And I own an interracial relationships group where I try as much as I can to match African women in Africa with American men, Caucasian American men, or
Because we're the bomb.
just Caucasian,
Because we're the bomb.
You can be in the United Kingdom, but Caucasian, like real Caucasian, okay?
We're the bomb.
Stop, baby, don't say that. That is what I do. That is not what I do for work, but I do that, passively. I'm trying to create, because I really, really love interracial relationships. I don't care what anyone says, I love it. Love the dynamics, around it. Sometimes, as with everything in life, there would always be a con, and what are some of those cons? Like the cultural differences. Like I am Nigerian, for instance. I'm married to this man right here. And we do have and we do have some cultural differences, but we're able to manage it. We're able to, because he understands me. He knows that he's married to a stubborn wife named Blessing, and he knows how to manage me. I know how to manage him, so we are both managers in the marriage. Yeah. And so anyways, I made a post this morning about some of the people I matched. So I matched a couple ladies with this American Caucasian guy. And I'm gonna be honest with you. So while I was chatting with him, he mentioned something about wanting a woman that is not a feminist, like talk something in that line. And I'm like, I am a feminist. I do not believe in submission. But if it's something you want, I'm not the right channel. And then he twisted. Oh, what he meant was that you want a woman that both of them would submit to themselves, both of them would respect themselves. And in my mind, when people talk about, I'm like, you don't even need to mention submission, right? You don't even need to. There is no need for it. Why do you even need to mention that? Why do you have a need for people to submit to you?
Red
I'm seeing
flag.
comments. Yeah, exactly, my love. High five. That is a red flag, because why would someone submit to you? If someone is submitting, it should be in the bedroom. If you believe in, the BD, I don't want to say the full words on YouTube Live, but if you believe in that, there's some couple that believe in, submission in the bedroom, and stuff like that. By all means, go ahead, But if you, as a man, you see a woman and the first thing you're saying is you want a traditional woman, I cannot deal with such a man. Our values do not align. Why are you looking for a traditional woman in this 21st century? Like, what is your purpose? Why are you looking for a traditional woman in this time and age? Where I work, the number one person is a woman. She's female. The number one overall, and is a very, very top company. Right here in the US, and she is a woman. So are you going to tell me that a man would see a woman like that and say, oh, I'm looking for a traditional woman? These are things that you don't even talk about. These are things that happens naturally. Let's say, for instance, my husband were to be a billionaire or a millionaire. Let's even start from there. A millionaire, right? My husband were to be a wealthy man. He has all the money we need to take care of our home. And I decide to go into content creation full time. Or I decide to, just own a business, or, we travel around, we have fun. And I decide I don't want to be in the corporate world anymore. I don't want to work. I don't want to do a 9 to 5 anymore, right? That is something that just happens and we talk about it.
Yes.
And we decide, oh, this is something that is going to be good for our marriage. Or let's say I happen to have a very good job that will be able to take care of both of us. And we talk about it, right? And he decides to be the one that stays at home. That is how marriages work. That is how marriage dynamics are made. But you don't just set out and say you're looking for a woman that will stay at home, be at your beck and call. There was a video I saw, I posted it on Facebook. If you don't know our Facebook, we are the Anson family on Facebook. Go check us out. And I posted this video on Facebook of this white American Caucasian male that was talking about, oh, he needs a man. He was using so much F word. Like, when I meet men that use such words, I'm not even attracted to men like that swear a lot, that use the F word. And he was saying all sorts of things. It was like, oh, why do I need to do this SHIT, blah, blah, blah. He was calling it with so much disgust. So you don't want to do all those things, but you want a woman to do it. So it's a woman's job to go pick your medication for you. It's a woman's job to do this, to do that for you. So what is your own job? He was saying it like it was such a bad thing to go pick his own medication. He was saying it like it's such a bad thing for him to go pick up his own laundry. And things like that. And if you see the words he was using, it was like, oh, a woman should be able to do this for me. I want a traditional woman. Trust me, as a woman, those are the kind of men you don't want to be with, even with a long stick. When a man comes and says, oh, I want a traditional woman, what do you mean when you say you want a traditional woman? Oh, there's no traffic by this time. Wow, nice. What do you mean when you say you want a traditional woman? Because that confuses me a lot. Women, when you see a man that says this, I don't know, most of you are attracted to such men. When I watch I'm a fan of reality TV, right? I watch a lot of reality TV. I introduced my husband to reality TV, and these days he's the one that looks for it for me. He says, oh babe, I just saw a new reality TV. I think you're gonna like it, right? And then we watch a lot of them. And most times I see girls that look like me, and I see, non-black girls, and then they ask them, what kind of a man are you looking for? And it always greets me. I always feel so sad when I see girls that look like me, and the first thing they're saying is, oh, I want a man that's a provider, a protector, blah, 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 blah. And those other values that I think they should be looking for in a man, they never mention it. And then you ask you ask the white girls, and the next thing they're saying is, oh, I want a man that can respect me, a man that we can work together, that knows that relationship is mutual, and things like that. And I say, okay, this is why most times you see these white girls, the men already come into their lives knowing that they have to sit up, knowing that these girls are not gonna settle, these girls are not gonna take whatever they dish out, right? And then they come into that relationship with that mindset. And this is why I'm not saying there are no men that do not behave anyhow with white girls, but I'm just using this as an example, right? And because they already have that, they set that expectations from the beginning. But when you set an expectation that you are looking for this macho kind of man, this type of man that is part of the red pill movement, men that do not really see women as women, men that do not see women as equal, when you accept that from the beginning, trust me, that is what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a man that believes that he can behave anyhow he wants, and he can go free. No accountability whatsoever. That is what you're setting yourself up for. And at the end of the day, when you watch these shows, I always never get disappointed. I'm like, disappoint me for once, prove me wrong. And ask my husband, before these things happen, I always say, oh baby, this is what is gonna happen. And I'm always right.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm like, please prove me wrong. I beg you, prove me wrong for once. These men end up treating them so poorly. And I'm wondering, why do they always go for this type of men?
They need a king, baby.
Go away. Why do they always go for this type of men? It's crazy, honestly. I feel like our women, we deserve better. We deserve better. We deserve quality men. We deserve men that will treat us like the queens that we are. And when you enable this men, they enable them, they end up not seeing what they're doing wrong. They end up not understanding that, oh, this thing I'm doing is actually wrong. I'm cheating on my girl, and I still want to be abusive towards her even though I'm cheating. And they still want to claim right. There is no accountability in their dictionary. Why? Because many of these women enable that bad behavior. Like, I feel like women, your life should not be built around men. Honestly, when some ladies say, oh, dissenter men, they think that, oh, it's just a feminist movement. No. What they're saying is, when you dissenter men, you begin to appreciate yourself. You begin to not build your life around men. And then when the right man comes, it's going to see your value. We are not saying you shouldn't be with a man. I'm a feminist. I'm with a man. Right? So that's not what they're saying. We do not hate men. We just hate bad character. And unfortunately, there are a lot of men that have bad character. Unfortunately, but that's the truth. A lot of them will not accept it because they don't even know. So the first step to repentance is recognizing that you're doing something that is wrong. For instance, let's say I am someone that tells a lot of lies. I don't lie anyway, but let's say I'm someone that tells a lot of lies. If I don't recognize that I am a liar, I would not stop lying. I need to first of all recognize it. A lot of these men do not recognize that they're doing anything wrong because they do not see women as equal. That is the problem. That is the foundation of the whole issue. When they do not see women as equal, how would they know when they're doing wrong? How would they know when they're being misogynistic towards women? They wouldn't know. And this is why we need to keep speaking. We need to keep talking about things like this. The other day I saw this guy. Oh my gosh. it was, this is not the white male this time around, and he looked so, I can't even describe how that guy looked, and he's not somebody that is even attractive to look at, and if you just see him, you're just gonna label him, let me put it that way. And the next thing he's saying is, oh, why can't we get women that can take care of our needs? Can't you see I'm a hot commodity? Maybe I'll show you the video. It was crazy. He was like, I'm a hot commodity. Our girls should be able. If you look at his kitchen, he had his room was so rough. There was a lot of dirty laundry, lot of dirty dishes, and it was like, oh, he needs a girlfriend that would take care of this for him. And do you know that there are some girls that do not even know their value and their worth that would go for such a man? He has already told you the kind of person he is. And so why would you go for him and later you start complaining? He told you from the beginning. Just watching the video he made, I was so disgusted. He was like, the kitchen, you need to see the kitchen, you need to see the laundry. I'm not saying just, but I'm not going to put it on someone else, right? I'm not going to put it on someone else and say, oh, okay, I'm looking for someone that can, unless I want to pay someone to come and do my work for me, right? But I'm not going to say, oh, I'm looking for a man that will come and be doing this for me. That is me being a misandrist. Just as we have misogyny, so also we have misandry, you know. By all means, you can be lazy if you want. You can even add dirtiness to it if you want. No one is going to hold you. But don't say you're looking for a woman to come and babysit you. You're an adult. You're an adult. Women are not slaves. Did God create men different, create women different, and say, oh, women are the slaves? No.
Equal.
We're equal. And this is the 24th century. This is a time when women go to work, even when they don't work. Just even getting pregnant is a big deal. Having babies is a big deal. Women's body go through a lot. And then many of those men do not value these women and what they bring to the table. That is crazy. I've never even had a baby of my own, but I know what I go through when I'm seeing my monthly cycle. As a matter of fact, the last time I had a surgery, I was like, I wish I had an hysterectomy, because I don't even know what I'm doing with it. I don't want to see my monthly cycle because it's so much pain.
I'm sorry, baby.
Thanks, my love. It's so much pain. And still, these men want women to be slaves on top of that. And these women enable them. That is the part I can't even fathom. Like, they enable these men, like they babysit them. Go to Nigeria, for instance. Oh my gosh. See, trust me, the most difficult meal to make in the whole world, I don't know, maybe Mexicans, they make difficult meals also, you know, some Latinos and all that. But as far as I'm concerned, I know Nigeria, so I'm gonna speak on Nigeria, right? If you go to Nigeria, like, making Nigerian meals is one of the most difficult meals in the whole world. Sometimes you can take hours and hours and hours cooking, and you see a lot of Nigerian women doing the cooking, taking care of the baby. Like, they spend hours cooking for men, and these men will not lift their fingers to do anything. It grieves me. It's so annoying when I see such family dynamic. It's not my business, but that does not mean I will not talk about it. You know, every relationship have their own, you know, family dynamics and all that, but we will still talk about things like this. And then the women go to work, they come back stressed, and they end up going into the kitchen to cook, and the man is relaxed. Why would these women not get older than their ages? It's crazy. So I decided to do this live while we're on our way. So there was a little traffic back there.
A lot.
A lot. Okay,
We
my
kick butt,
baby is
baby.
laughing because we are on the HOV lane.
We
So baby don't say that on live, baby.
we kicked. And
Yeah.
we're ahead.
You are ahead, baby, because they might ban.
Yeah, we wouldn't say that. We're ahead.
Yeah.
We took the best opportunity.
Yeah, somebody is saying, is that Elon? What does that mean? Who are you asking who is Elon? Are you asking if Jed is Elon?
No, I'm not Elon. I'm the
He's
king.
not Elon, he's Jed.
He's the King Jed.
King Jedi
That's right.
and Queen Blessing.
Correct.
So anyways,
We can get that.
I just feel like we can get we can live in a world where people understand that equality is here to stay. Like there are no negotiation about that. There is no negotiation. There is no like what if. God created man and woman in his image and likeness. You might have your strength. Your wife might have her strength. And that is where you bring your strengths together to make a team. You make your house a home. What are the SWOT analysis? I always talk about SWOT analysis. SWOT is your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats. And you look at your SWOT analysis and come together and say, okay, I have this strength, he has this strength, I have this weakness, he has this weakness. What are those opportunities that we can use to make to build ourselves, to build our home? And then what are the threats that might come against these opportunities? And these are the things that real couples will be talking about, not looking about, oh, I'm the man. And so what? If you are the man, and so what? So because you're the man, you are above the law. You're free to act a certain way. You're free to do whatever you like. Just like where I grew up, you see a lot of men, they act the way they like, and once the woman talks, oh my God, she's gonna get a black eye. It's crazy. And then they wrap it up under the guise of culture. What is culture? Culture is the way of life of a people, and culture is transient. It's something that moves on. It's not static. Right? And a society is built, a society is developed when the people are willing to change. You cannot be in a developed country when you're not willing, you don't have the ability to change. You just want to remain at a spot. You want to be doing the same archaic things. You have this archaic mindset. I'm a man. I'm an African man. I can do whatever I like. My dear, you do whatever you like. You take whatever you see. Okay? So I was just going what about this topic? I was just talking about my ladies in my interracial relationship group. So if you're just joining and if you do not know me, my name is Blessing. I have an interracial relationship group on Facebook. So if you are a woman, an African woman, and you love dating white men, you love dating Caucasian men, you can join my group. I try to match people, and I try to give relationship advice. I am not a therapist. I'm not a licensed relationship expert, but I give relationship advice in my own little way. Okay, join our group. Search for us on Facebook, the Unseen Family. You're gonna see my picture and this man's picture right there on our profile. Hello, say hello, baby.
Hi, baby. How are you? That's my baby. Whatever she says, Mama's happy, everybody's happy.
Not just that, but what I'm saying is true. It's not just I do not just need to be happy. Okay.
We make her really happy.
Exactly. And so that's just about it. I wish we can live in a world where people do not have this minds. Oh, slow down, baby. Oh,
cut
see what
right
this guy
over.
did. He just got into our
3
front.
lanes. Cut 3 lanes over.
Wow. And that one is about doing the same thing.
People just are impatient.
Wow.
So you always gotta be watching.
When you're driving for the other people. What just almost happened? My gosh.
Well,
And
I'd give that person a ticket.
exactly, because the lines were not broken and he still entered.
That's a fine.
Yeah, that's a big fine there.
Look at this guy. He's gonna pass somebody else.
He's trying to. Is he the only one that is in a hurry?
I guess.
Look at him. Oh my gosh, he wants to fly. I think we should get an helicopter.
He's gonna never do something else.
Look
at this. He goes back over the other lane.
Yeah.
He just broke the law again twice.
Yeah. No, that one they have.
It wasn't broken when he went.
Yeah.
He broke it twice.
Because he saw the cops or what? Oh,
No, because he just decided he wanted to do it.
Yeah. It's actually a woman.
It is.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and she cut right back over on us. Right back on us. She's gonna try to ride my tail. Not gonna happen. She's only a single driver, and she doesn't have the right to be in the passenger lane anyway.
Yeah.
Because you have to have 2
exactly. That's why she goes from one place to the other.
Exactly.
In case when she sees that she's about, maybe there is a cop or something, she goes back there.
Exactly.
Whatever. Good for her.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
we stay away from people like that.
Yeah. So that's just about that. I'm gonna be doing more videos to talk about relationship matters. Talk about, to advise my girls, to advise my ladies. You don't need to settle, because the best thing you can do for yourself is to decenter men. Don't make them the center of your existence until they prove themselves, until the right one comes your way. Okay. So in the meantime, just make yourself happy. Look for something worthwhile doing. Upgrade yourself, get a skill. If you don't have a job, and take care of yourself. If you want to take yourself out for dinner, for lunch, you can do that. Just have fun. Be content with yourself alone, and then when someone comes your way, it's gonna be an added bonus. Okay. Love yourself enough. Baby, why you do your act like that? You want to show me you're a bad boy?
I just want to be crazy, baby. Is this better?
It's okay, my love. It's okay. So love yourself enough to love your own time. Spend time with yourself. I don't even know how to explain this enough. Spend time with yourself. When I was still single, I went on a lot of dates. But there were a lot of times I would take myself out, go grab something to eat. And while you're doing that, you have enough time for yourself to think, to reflect, and then you begin to think of, baby, let's reduce the air conditioner, it's getting cold. Because I said we should put it on earlier. That's why he's laughing. And you begin to reflect. When you are alone, you have time to think, you have time to brainstorm, and you have time to meditate, and come up with ideas that will better your life. Okay. Begin to have that mindset going forward, that you can enjoy your time. I know we want companionship, but instead of settling for someone that will end up breaking you, it's better to be single. It's better to be alone than being with someone that will not value you, someone that will break you, someone that will not give you that happiness you deserve as a queen. Okay. I'm gonna end this live video soon. So we're in Salt Lake right now. Yeah, my baby is taking me to work today.
Yes, it
He
is.
has a dental appointment. So that dental appointment was postponed. It was supposed to be last Monday. Something happened to me. Luckily for us, my baby was there. And he couldn't go for his. It's actually a week now, baby.
Mhm.
Wow, how time flies, you know. But we're grateful to Heavenly Father. We're grateful to God for everything. It has been wonderful speaking with you all. I hope were able to take something from this video. If you are a man, please stop talking about wanting a traditional woman. This is the 21st century. There is nothing like a traditional woman. Some of you always say, oh, I'm a traditional man, and then when they ask you, what do you mean by traditional man, some of you will start beating around the bush, but in essence what you're talking about is you're looking for an SLAVE. You're looking for a woman that would wash your lawn, do your lawn, a woman that would just babysit you. Basically, that's what you're looking for. And it's not gonna happen, not under my wash. Okay, it's not that's not happening. There are women like you that love men like you, good for them. But if it's left for me, that is not gonna happen. I'm not looking for a traditional man. I don't want a traditional man. You can go with your tradition or whatever it is. And I'm not a traditional woman. I can never be a traditional woman. And I'm sure there are a lot of women like me. If this resonates with you, I hope you give this a thumbs up. And then there are men like that also resonate with this. There are men that would never belittle their women. There are men that would never tie a woman's worth to the kitchen, to going to grab his medication from the pharmacy, to taking his laundry. There are men that would never tie their woman's worth to that, even if they know that their family dynamics makes the woman the one that goes on such errands. They are still going to respect her. They would not mention things like that. They would respect her, and they would do those things when they are able to do it. They are not going to see it as the woman's duty. Okay, love you all, and I hope you have a great Monday, a productive week. Okay, Jed is saying hi to you all.
Or bye.
Bye to you all. Okay, I hope you enjoy your morning, enjoy your weekday wherever you're watching from. It might even be afternoon or evening in other countries. It's 7 hours. Nigeria is 7 hours ahead of us, but we are 8:44 a.m. right now. I'm working morning today, so normally my schedule is not morning, but I want to work morning this week for a reason. Okay, take care of yourself. We love you all. Bye now.